Welcome to another edition of the Nerds Delight podcast. We your host today, JayRow
and Crump Casso.
Welcome. Today we're gonna do a review for the new Dragon Ball superhero movie that just
Right.
came out August 19th.
Yes, sir.
And so I'm gonna start with you, man. What did you think of the movie overall?
Spoiler alert. No,
Yeah,
I thought the movie was fire. I thought it was fire. It definitely exceeded my expectations. Like I wasn't expecting much from it. Like I figured it was. I mean, it's Dragon Ball Z, so it's gonna be good. But like compared to like the other movies, like the one with Cooler and like Broly and I actually forgot about Resurrection F. I was talking to one of our friends the other day. I actually forgot
Oh
about
yeah, the
Resurrection.
Frieza movie, yeah.
Yeah, Resurrection F actually was pretty fire too. But
Yeah.
I still say this is. I think this is the best one that they've had, in my opinion. I thought it was great.
I agree with you. I think it was the best one. Like, I think story-wise, it was the best one.
Yeah.
And I think that it also was the best one because it put the spotlight on characters who haven't had a chance to be on the spotlight.
Yeah.
So like, the Piccolos, the Gohan. I feel like Piccolo was on the movie more than anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was it was refreshing to see that.
Right. Right.
What did you think of the animation?
Bye. I like that a lot. Yeah, I like that a lot.
It looked a little. Did it look a little robotic to you a little bit?
Not to me. Now I want to go back and watch it again now because you said that. But not
No, and this is not me saying it was trash animation. It's just I was noticing like it looked a little stiff sometimes. Like it didn't move as good as how they do that 2D stuff. Like like with the TV shows and stuff in the older movies.
Yeah. So I like it a lot. Now I really want to go back and watch it again, just so I can see like what you're talking about. I didn't catch it.
Just a couple little things. Like notice when when Gohan is like in his house and he's like he looks real stiff, and then like he's like it just look and he gets up kind of weird. This is before Piccolo put on his weighted cape. This is like he looks kind of weird. It's like CGS kind of thing. Which is like, and it's not like I said, it's not me trashing animation by no means. It's not. It's just I just noticed it's different, and it's not bad.
Right.
It just looks different.
Yeah.
I just hope that this isn't the route when they do the next series. They go this route with the animation.
I was wondering that too. I was like, they might have just did it for the movie because they had more time and bigger budget and stuff for the movie. But I think the series go back to the regular. Yeah,
I hope so. Yeah. I hope so. Who stood out to you in the movie?
I mean, I was trying to think of somebody else other than the person we already spoke about, but I would say Piccolo. Just like, like he definitely, in my opinion, was the star of this movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go different because you said Piccolo. I don't want to sound the same for you, and I don't want to say Gohan because we can leave that for a later video.
Yeah.
But I was really impressed with with Gamma 1 and Gamma 2.
I agree with that. Yeah, I was too.
They look different. I mean, they look similar, but their personalities are completely different.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah.
And it was cool to see it because you saw there how goofy they were sometimes. Like, how goofy number 2 was for sure. Like every time he'll just do random like little poses and he just doing randomly and stuff. And it's like, yo, this dude is a Looney Tune, but he can fight though.
Yeah.
Both of them can fight. I like number 1. Like number 1 can like he adapts to like if he sees someone doing a move, he can adapt to it. He can like get up to their level and stuff. So it was pretty cool to see that.
You know what I found interesting, and I know we're supposed to do another episode about it, so I don't want to get too deep in detail, but I found it very interesting that they use guns, and I guess we can go deeper into that. And but I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. And this is and people like he's talking about Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. They're using projectile instead of using their hands and their feet. They're pulling out guns and shooting projectiles with it. Like their powered beams and stuff. It was that was interesting. That was very interesting. What did you think of the comedy? Did you think it was a lot? Do you think it was too much comedy? Do you think it was a little less? Or you think it was just right?
I feel like it was just right. Yeah, I feel like it was just right.
Okay.
How about you?
but I wasn't bothered. But I think you gotta have moments of levity, in especially when high stakes stuff is about to happen. Like
Yeah,
obviously they kidnapped Pan,
yeah,
but it was nice to see like moments where like Bulma was like comic relief because of her
yeah,
selfish wishes and stuff. And even
yeah,
Piccolo was comic relief too, because you remember Piccolo was like, why didn't he remind her that
yeah.
he had two wishes and you could have easily wished for a more important wish.
Right. Yeah.
And what do you think about the focus not being so much on Goku and Vegeta this time, but on Gohan and Piccolo?
I loved it, which is crazy because literally the day before I saw the movie,
Mm-hmm.
me and my brother were talking about that. Just how we feel like I was talking about the plot in general of like Dragon Ball Z, and he was saying, my brother was saying like he sometimes wish they just put more focus on other characters. And
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I was like, I feel like the storylines and the plots could be so much better if they swayed away from them just for a little while. Maybe focus on like Android 17 or like Piccolo or Gohan and other people, Trunks, and told other stories. I think the show could be a whole lot better.
Mm-hmm.
So that was very surprised when we saw the movie and it's like, oh, they actually took that route. I was very surprised. I was very surprised. And even though I knew this was supposed to be kind of Gohan's like moment to shine in this movie, I knew that
Yeah.
ahead of time. I still thought Vegeta and Goku were gonna be throughout this whole movie still, but they didn't. They
Yeah.
didn't take that route, so I liked it. I liked it a
Yeah, and it
lot.
was like I was like waiting for the chance for Goku and Vegeta to magically appear
Right?
and save the
Yeah,
day, and it
yeah.
never happened. And I like that. I like the
I do
fact
too.
that those dudes were so removed from what was going on.
Yeah,
Piccolo and Gohan had to figure it out.
right. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
That was
and
dope.
and then I like the fact too that everybody put on a collaborative team effort.
Yeah,
So it wasn't just it wasn't just Gohan and Piccolo that took the spotlight. You had Goten and Trunks, you had Krillin, you had I'm forgetting one, Pan. So like
right.
everybody
Yeah,
had like a moment. And Android, what's the girl? Is she 18 or is
18. Yeah,
18?
18. Yeah,
Yeah. So like everybody had a moment. Like they had a moment to shine in the movie without Goku and Vegeta coming to save the day.
right. Yeah,
And so it made it more enjoyable for me. Like I didn't tell you this, like, so outside the theater, right before I left, the two guys had asked me like what I think of the movie because they saw my shirt. They were like, "Oh, did you see the movie?" And
oh,
they were in the theater too with us.
okay.
And so I was like, so I said, "Look, here's the thing. If you were expecting Goku and Vegeta to be in this movie and you was and that was what you expected, you're not gonna like the movie."
Mm.
Because it's not it was if people are going in there hoping that Goku and Vegeta are going to save the day, it's not going to be that, and
Yeah,
you're not going to like the movie.
yeah,
You're gonna have your own nitpicks about it. However, if you're going in there as just a Dragon Ball fan, or you're going in there, let's just say it, as a Piccolo or Gohan fan, you're going to thoroughly enjoy the movie because of
yeah.
the fact that, and also, like I just said, I said it earlier, but I kind of glossed over it. I feel like this is one of the ones that had a legit plot to it.
Right. Yeah.
Like
I
it was
agree.
a different plot. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like you remember how Resurrection F Frieza's it's a revenge story.
Right. Yeah.
Like it was basically I got to get back at Goku because Goku humiliated me and killed me and
Right.
all that stuff. So now you're looking at this one. It's a revenge story from the Red Ribbon Army,
Right.
but it's also like interlaying stories too, like when it has like Piccolo frustrated with Gohan's lack of drive,
Right.
Piccolo training Pan, Gohan becoming who he's supposed to be,
Right.
and then you have like Will the Red Ribbon Army. And another thing too, to sidebar, I loved how they talked about their levels on that show. Like they did it in a funny way. I don't know if you noticed that. They said the main bosses were Goku and Vegeta,
Yeah.
and then they
Yeah.
said like the shadow boss was Gohan. And I
Yeah.
like how they did it because it's like they didn't go like, oh, this dude had like a million power level, nothing like that. It was
Right.
like they did it in like mobster terms,
Right.
mobster gangster terms, like behind like just like the mob boss kind of levels and stuff. I thought it was pretty funny, and it
Yeah.
made sense because Gohan is a shadow boss because Gohan is always in the background.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. And
So,
I
but
like too how
go
they
ahead.
now I was gonna say I like too how they gave my mind just went blank. I can't even think his name right now. Dro's grandson.
Oh,
What
Hedo.
yeah, I like how they gave. I mean, he had his own story too. So
Mm-hmm.
even that was like layered in there. Like I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
So here's the question, I guess, to what two questions. It's a two-layer question. Is it a rewatchable movie? And then second, do you think this is a game changer?
Uh, it's a tough question. So yes, I definitely think it's a rewatchable. I can. I'm actually excited to watch it again. Like I'm ready to watch it like right now. I'm definitely excited to watch it again. I definitely feel like it's rewatchable. Um, Game changer though. That's a tough one.
And what I mean by game changer, let me break it down a little, and this is my final question. All right, so game changer. I mean, like, do you think this changed the game? Do you think this is something like how we look at Gohan now, or how we look at like the power structure between Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo?
Oh,
Do you think this is a game changer? Do you think this is going to put Go? Do you think this is going to finally put Gohan back in the map of where he should have been? Because initially he should have been the strongest character. He should have been the strongest character in the whole show.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
Goku took reign, and Goku and Vegeta are like up here. So
Right.
like, and I'm just saying, like, do you think this is a game changer? And even Piccolo, because Piccolo,
Right.
for the life of me, I've never understood how Piccolo's so far down from the sands,
Yeah.
and now it's like
Yeah.
it was just so weird to me.
Yeah. I do think I thought you meant when you said game changer, I thought you meant like as far as the show, like in general, like how they gonna progress out the show. That's what I thought you meant. But um yeah, I think it is a game changer. I definitely think a lot of people are gonna change their views on how, like you said, how they see Gohan and how, like you said, that the power hierarchy. Yeah, it changes a lot. It's definitely a game changer. And if they continue down this route,
Okay.
with this show, you know, sometimes they like have a movie and
Mm-hmm.
then the show continue on like the movie never happened. Like,
Yeah. But
like
I will say this, and this is what I will like in what I'm gonna say. So remember when the Beerus movie came out? So it was the one was when you first get introduced to a Super Saiyan God.
right, yeah,
All right, and then the Frieza movie, Resurrection F.
yeah.
So those two were adapted into the show.
You're right. That's true. That's
So those
true.
are like the first two arcs of the show,
Yeah,
and
that's
then it
true.
went off into another thing.
Yeah,
These two movies that just happened, so the Brawley movie that just came out a couple years before,
mm,
and then this one that just came out now.
yeah,
So I'm looking at it in my head because there's between those two movies, there's like a whole lot of story because of the fact that also keep in mind there's like a whole lot of stuff going on in the manga right now.
yeah,
So the
yeah.
manga hasn't even aged these characters out yet.
Right. That's
So
true.
it's a lot of story between now and then that it can be told, and cap it off with this movie because yeah, I think it's like a lot of story they can put into the new show.
Yeah. I have a question, but I don't know if I should ask it now. We might need to save it for the next one.
What's the question? I mean, we
Yeah,
can
I
always
can ask.
revisit it. We can always revisit it in the next
Yeah,
episode.
I'll just say it now. You can decide now if you want to answer it or not. The question is that we actually haven't said yet in this episode was there anything that you didn't like?
Oh yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, that's I mean, we can go in more detail later, but yeah.
Yeah.
What I didn't like, I would say, did it feel too long?
Not to me, it didn't. Not to me. I can see why you would say that though, but it didn't to
I
me.
felt like it did drag a little bit, just a little bit, and
Mm,
it's like this small.
yeah.
Like the stuff in between with Piccolo trying to do all that stuff,
Yeah.
like the stuff with the sensu bean. I was like, do we
Yeah.
really need that? And then like it just kind of drug a little bit.
Mm, I
I
can see
mean,
that.
it kind of drug a little bit. And then
Yeah.
another thing I didn't like too was um and I hate to say it, I don't like, I just wish Gohan was already at that level.
Yeah.
Not what he became later, but at a
Mm,
level to fight already. But you remember when he first fought, he couldn't do anything. He was getting his butt whooped
right.
by Gammas. I was
Yeah.
sitting there like, come on, dude. Come on. Come on. Like I was like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
I just wish he was still keeping up with his training. I feel like it's a running gag that he's so focused on his studies and not training. And it's like you can't do both.
Right.
He gets into this pattern of like, oh, dad and Vegeta can handle it. So I'm gonna train. I'm just gonna do my studies.
Yeah.
That was my nitpick.
Yeah.
Or what I didn't like. What about you?
Mine was similar to your last one. I feel like I'm about to stop myself because I don't want to. I feel like I need to save it.
Oh, and I can go in a crazy amount of detail. I'm just trying to hold off.
I really want to rant right now. I really want to go on and vent right now, but I'm gonna contain it. But mine is kind of similar to yours. Is I just don't like. I mean, we saw it coming from the very beginning of the movie, but I just hate that Gohan is like not training or studying or doing anything. He's been studying it like for years, like a decade, and now all of a sudden he's here. He jumped from here to here out of nowhere, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I really want to vent right now, but I'm gonna leave it to the next episode. But yeah, that was my only thing was that like I said, it wasn't too bad because I saw it coming from the very beginning of the episode. Like we knew, the movie, like we knew that's where it was going. So it wasn't like it didn't catch me off guard. Like I knew clearly this is where this movie is heading. So I knew it was coming. So that made it a little less bad because it wasn't like it didn't rip the Band-Aid off. They kind of eased me into it because we saw it coming. So, but I still was like similar to what you're saying a little bit. So that's why mine is a little bit different from what you're saying, but similar areas. Just
I mean, the future looks promising though. It looks very promising.
It does.
So, but we're gonna leave the more in-depth conversation for the next video we do about this movie. It'll be a full,
I can't wait.
It'll be a full-length video about this. But thank you guys for tuning in. Please click like and subscribe to tune into the channel and for future episode updates. We'll talk to you soon. Peace out.